Coming to you live from the Town Fair Tire Studio. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Speaking of nobody beats Town Fair Tire, nobody, and I mean nobody, beats Chiquita Banana. Let's get into it right away. As you know, Commissioner, you, the viewer, welcome back to another exciting Week 5 recap of the league's matchups. Of course, we begin with the recap first, power rankings next. Chiquita Banana, Luke Bonomo, 5-0. First place, puts up 103.66 to Andrew Antaki's 91.46. African Americans and Mark falls to 1-4 and is in 11th place. Look, Andy had his best week of the season. Andy needs a quarterback. He knows it. You know it. I know it. Your mother knows it. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. He needs a quarterback. Had a decent week. Elijah Moore got him really nothing. Quarterback once again got him nothing, but Mike Williams had a nice week. DK Metcalf had a nice week. Geno Smith might be the real deal. Joe Mixon, not great, but okay. Kamara's back. Mark Andrews is back. Brandon McManus is back. And he didn't have a bad week. He just didn't have a quarterback. Again, put him 91.46. But on the other side, Luke Bonomo, he's got Josh Allen. 36 of his 103 points coming right from that man. Stephon Diggs, 16.2. I mean, right there, 52 points between the two. Saquon, another 16. I mean, Luke he's got the heavy hitters, folks. He's got Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Saquon Barkley. Courtland Sutton, for the most part, has been a heavy hitter. He didn't get much from the rest of his team. Olave had a good week, but he got concussed into oblivion, so he probably won't be available this week. But 103 is nothing to sneeze at. A quality week from Luke, and he advances to 5-0, while Andy falls to 1-4. Next, I'm going to get this one out of the way here. This was almost a hundo bomb in terms of spread. Just a true shellacking by Mike Russell, Skinny Kyle, 2-3. Now in 6th place against Gaz's graduation pants, Pat McCann, who is now 2-3 and in 9th place. I'm going to say the score once. 146.78 to 46.86. No, I didn't miss a digit. He won by 99.9. What a week for Mr. Russell. I mean, this is exactly what the doctor ordered. Mahomes, 30. Devontae, before he pushed the guy, 24. Tyler Lockett, 22. Austin Eckler, 31. I mean, goodness gracious. 61 plus 46. I mean, that 100 and all of his points came from those 4 guys. That's all I needed. Because Pat McCann had Lamar Jackson put up 15, Deebo Samuel put up 9, and absolutely nothing else. And I mean nothing else. 0 from Darren Waller. He got hurt. That didn't help the team. Cleveland defense, 0 points. That didn't help the team. Damian Harris, 1.2. I mean, I can go on and on. Pat had a rough week. He knows it. You know it. Everybody knows it. He's going to get over it. He's a good manager. He's a former champion. A battle up with 2 former champions here. Just surprising to see a spread of that magnitude. Now to a spread of not so much magnitude. Now here's a guy, Matt Stokes, who's 3-2 and in 5th place against Mooney Shot, Chris Gazzaro, who falls to 0-5 and in 12th place, 7th place, Jesus. 63.76 to 58.74. I mean, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. Stokes is lucky Gabe Davis did what he did, or else Stokes would have been the most distraught person probably on the planet. There's not much to say about this. Nobody was in the 20s aside from Gabe Davis. Nobody on either team deserved to win aside from Gabe Davis. Jesus Christ, man. What a matchup. Matt will take it, though. Chris, fight for next week. That's all you can do. Next, the Chosen One versus the Kata 2. Now, the Chosen One, Dylan advances to 4-1 and in 2nd place, while Item Bag, John Tui, goes to 2-3, the birthday boy, and goes to 10th place. A 124.86 to 85.94 victory for Dylan. Now, again, the theme of the week, the big boys showing up big. Jalen Hurts, 27.6. Derrick Henry, 25.2. Nick Chubb, 25.4. Denver defense, 14. I mean, once again, 124 points. There's 50. There's 77. There's 14. I mean, there you go. 91 of his 124 from 4 guys. That's the secret. That's the secret sauce. Don't get lost in the sauce, as they say. The Carter John Tui, 85.94. Not not much from anyone outside of his quarterback, kicker, and defense. They were able to get him, 46 of his 85. Everybody else kind of just meandered about, if you will. Tui falls to 2-3, man. He's got to find a way to string together a few wins. The bottom of the league is seemingly open. It's open for business. Whoever wants to take it, go grab it. Nobody's seeming to do that right now. We'll see what happens. I have faith in this league. I have faith in all the players in this league. And we'll see what happens. Next, we're going to go to my matchup between Tom Gorman, which I thought was over at the start of last night. Travis Kelce had other plans. The game never actually got that close, as I was able to advance to 4-1 and get to third place with a 104.24 against Tom Gorman, who's 3-2 and in fourth place with a 93.38. Gorman had three guys play decent. It was Joe Burrow, Dalvin Cook, and Travis Kelce. They got him 68 of his 93. I had a somewhat similar instance. Justin Jefferson, 18. Breece Hall, 25. Jeff Wilson, 19. Justin Tucker, 17. However, T. Higgins and Tyler Conklin both put up goose eggs. Despite that, I was still able to win. I will take my victory, and I will march on to next week, where I battle the great Chiquita Banana. And last, but most certainly not least, Sally Stubbs, 105.48, advances to 2-3 and in eighth place against Tucker in the Waistband, Kyle Karp, who put up 82.5, advances to 2-3 and in seventh place, or falls to 2-3 in seventh place. Look, Sally got 105 again. Story of the week: running backs getting all the points, big players going big. Everybody else meandering about. He got 50 from his running backs. He got 18 from Kupp. That's good for 68, 69 roughly. Aaron Rodgers got him 16. There's 85 of Sal's 105 right there. Boom. And then there's Kyle, 82. McCaffrey, Daniel Carlson, and Kyler Murray played pretty well. Everybody else absolutely shit the bed. Nothing productive. Tyreek Hill was a ghost. Deontay Johnson was a ghost. Rashad Penny broke his leg. A tough break for Kyle Karp as he falls to 2-3, and Sal advances to 2-3. So, without further ado, the power rankings. Now, I know many of you are going to be frustrated with these, but it's been a very rough week. It's been a very hard thing to do. We have a plethora of 3-2 and 2-3 teams. There's one game separates 10th and 4th. My goodness gracious. With that being said, let's get into it. And look, I'm not trying to pile on here, okay? I'm not. He's a good friend of mine. But in 12th place, I have Chris Gazzaro. Look, I'm not trying to it's just, it's got to be. It's got to be. Sorry. 0-5, Chris. 11, I have Andy. Andy needs a quarterback. Until Andy gets a quarterback, we're not going to do anything else with the rankings right now. Andy's in 11th. At 10, I have Jean-Tui Aitembag. Tui had a decent week. I just think his team right now is about where it's going to be. He hasn't made a move. He needs to make a move, in my opinion. He's my 10th place team. At 9, I have maybe what could be a shocker here, Matt Stokes. Matt's got maybe the hottest and coldest team in the history of fantasy football. They are all over the place. They break records one week and they put up duds the next. I don't know what to expect. That's my least favorite thing in all of fantasy, is to not know what to expect. Matthew is in 9th. 8th, I have what might be the most average team in the history of fantasy football, my good friend Kyle Karp. It's just fine. It's simply okay. He's going to make the playoffs. He's probably going to be the 8th seed. He's okay. It's an okay team. Therefore, I have him ranked in 8th. 7th, good friend Pat McCann. Now, I think Pat had the worst week he could possibly have. But I also think at the same time, Pat's team isn't lost. It has opportunities. It has players that can make plays. It has upside. But the downside is what it was this week. So I don't expect that again. I think Pat is going to find a way to make his team better. And the talent looking forward, I currently have some hopes for Pat. So I got him right now in 7th. In 6th, I have Salvatore the Dinosaur. Sal just keeps chugging along, man. He's going to do it really quietly like he always does. I always I'm not going to say I sleep on South Team, but South Team always hangs in the background, waits, and then it's going to pounce in the playoffs like it always does. 3-time champion. Salvatore the Dinosaur is my number 6 team. And number 5, maybe a surprise to some people, Mike Russell. Mike Russell has been all over the charts here, folks. He has been bad. He has been awful. He has been great. He has been unstoppable. And now he is right in the middle. 146, nothing to sneeze at. I give you a lot of credit, Mr. Russell. That is a shellacking. That is great for the points. That is great for the week. Quality job by you. You are my 5th place team. 4th, I have my good friend, compadre, Tom Gorman. Tom falls a spot here, and I think Tom is, got a great team. Had a tough week this week. Still put up 93. A team I'm afraid to play if I ever make the playoffs. It's a quality team. Tom's a quality manager. He's my 4th place team. 3rd, many of you are going to come for me. I have myself. I'm ranked 3rd in the standings. I think I have the 3rd most points, 4-1. I think my team's decent. A lot of guys get hurt mid-game and never come back, but that's something I'll live with and get over. I think Breece Hall might be him. We'll find out. My team currently 3rd. 2nd, same as last week, Dylan Pugh. Not going to replace Luke right now, but Dylan's on a roll. And I mean, Dylan is on a roll. This team looks unstoppable. He's got the 2-headed monster at running back that nobody seems to have an answer for. It's working. It's working well. And Dylan is my 2nd place team. And 1st, as you know, as we all know, the kid who is undefeated. He hasn't lost, never lost. He's going to lose this week, some say. But I digress. 1st place, Luke Bonema. You got to tip your cap. He doesn't lose. He puts up a lot of points. He's got Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, and that might just be damn well enough. So with that being said, a recap of this week's power rankings. 12, Gassatron. 11, Andy Unchained. 10, Item Bag. 9, my good friend Matthew Stokes. 8, Kyle Krampus. 7, Patrick McCann. 6, Salvatore. 5, Russell. 4, Tom Gorman. 3, yours truly. 2, Wandale Dylan P. Robinson. And 1, Luke Bonemo. So with that being said, I wish everyone a great week. I expect there to be, a lot of movement on the waiver wire this week. You guys got to pick up guys. You got to bob and weave. And I think if you are able to do that, your teams will come out of the cellar that they're currently in. Nobody wants to be in 12th, but somebody's got to be. So with that being said, everyone have a good week. I'll give you my picks on Thursday. I didn't do a preview video last week. That was my bad. I was busy, but you'll get one this week. Waivers tonight, 9 p.m. Don't forget.